How are you guys? I will show you in this video the design of the table, the database of the program. So let's begin with the table people. People we have here person ID, national number, first name, last name, birthday, gender, and phone number, address, email, and national country ID and image path. Here is foreign key in countries. Countries table we have the ID and the country name. Also for the user have user ID and person ID, username and password, and is active or not. And for the application we have application ID, person ID, application ID, application type ID is a foreign key, application date, and created by user ID is a foreign key in the user table. And also for application types, application type we have the ID and the application types, application name and application fees. And for the transaction we have transaction ID and transaction type ID, account ID and transaction date, transaction fees, and created by the user ID as a foreign key. Created by user ID is a foreign key, and account ID is a foreign key also, and transaction type ID is a foreign key. And for the transaction types table we have the same, the table application types. We have here the transaction ID, transaction name, transaction fees, and client account. We have account ID, person ID, application ID, local deposit and euro deposit, creation date and expiration date, and is active and created by user ID. And the history transaction we have here history ID, transaction ID, transaction type and account ID, and account receiver account receiver ID, currency type, local amount, and euro amount. And that's it. This is the design of the database for the program bank management, as you see. And we here show more specific about people table. Let's see. We have here person ID integer as a primary key, and we have national number as varchar. The varchar can contain the character and digit both, like string in the programming. First name and last name, birthday, date time, data type, gender, integer, infinite data type, phone number, and varchar, address also varchar, email varchar, integer, national country. This is a foreign key with integer, and image path. We have two type is allow null, email can put it or not, and the image, the person image can put it or not. We go through to user table design. We have a person ID, national number in varchar, and password in varchar. It is active is bit because it contains boolean data type. It can contain true or false, so it's 0 or 1. And we have here application. We have here application. Yes. Person ID, we have person ID, integer, application ID, integer, application date, that time, and created by user ID, integer. And we have here application type. We have the integer and varchar about application name and application fees. The same thing about the transaction and transaction type, transaction management and transaction type. Let's get to view the account, client account. Where is the client account? Client account. We have account ID, person ID, application ID, integer. Person ID is foreign key, application is foreign key. Local deposit is small money, and small money about euro. It's allow null because can be the account can be is only local account or local and euro account. This is why I put the allow null. And we have here creation date, expiration date is active, creation by user ID. That's it. This is the same thing about the history transaction, etc. User, we have seen user. That's it. In the next video, I will show you the overview about the code. I will introduce the three-tier architect from the user Visual Studio Code through the project I was created. So let's see in the next video. Goodbye.